Roast me? Wait a minute. I don't know. I don't know if I want to start.
No. We're starting it like this. Listen.
No.
I understand
I'm not.
what you mean.
No,
and
we're
it should
no,
be
no, 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 no,
no. It should be talked about. You're right. But what I will say is, when you start being like, yeah, the topic of the day is men's mental health.
Okay. No,
you
it's
are,
not.
You are bordering on. You are teetering on a line of like incel almost.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Can you give me the
teetering on a
definition
line-
of incel?
It's involuntarily celibate, which means like you want to fuck but you can't. Like women don't find you attractive. And,
Okay.
like, don't want to date you, so you hate women, and then you start spreading. Like, you ever hear the Fresh and Fit podcast where they're basically like
Yeah.
dunking on women? Do you
Yeah.
listen to the Fresh and Fit podcast?
Do not listen to Fresh and
Okay.
Fit, but
That's
I
good.
have seen clips.
That's good. You've seen,
Do you stare at the camera when you say that?
you've seen. What do you mean you've seen clips?
Like, like through reels and stuff,
And you don't hit not interested. You hit see more. Do you hit not interested?
Do you find yourself nodding to the videos?
Yeah.
as
Do
they
you
go
do you
along?
understand what like? Do you empathize and almost say, yeah, you know what? They're kind of right.
Right.
Do you find yourself saying that when you're watching these, or
I don't remember.
That sounds
don't like that.
a deflection.
I
to
don't
me.
like that? Yeah.
I don't
What
like
about
that.
all right? What are your feelings on Andrew Tate?
Who is that?
Don't act like
No,
look at
no,
he's
truly,
fucking
who is?
lying. Look at
Oh,
him.
is that the guy that got busted in Romania?
Yes.
he's
He got
Romanian, isn't
he got arrested in Romania.
Yes.
I don't know much about him. It's just he has a brother.
What
They're
a
both
lie.
scumbags. I really don't.
Wow.
I don't know much about him, but you know his brother Tristan. Actually, I love his guns.
Is that guy from Romania that got arrested? I know nothing about him.
yeah. Actually, what he did and what he got arrested for, not true.
Oh, really?
No, it is true. I'm saying
Oh,
that's,
okay.
that's
okay.
what Mike's.
I was gonna say.
No, absolutely true. That guy is a
Like,
sex
that
trafficker.
tracks.
Yeah. No, I'm just all right. Listen, you
we
were
need
right.
we need to
A little bit more
expand on this.
context,
Yeah,
yes.
more context.
Yeah,
Mike,
real
Mike
listen.
texted when and again, this was like 3 weeks ago. So before you guys came on the show initially, Mike was like, "Oh, we need topics," which I was like, "Yeah, sure, we need topics." Mike was like, "Can we talk about how men's mental health is at an all-time low?"
But that's my gig.
What's your gig? Are
I
you a therapist?
spread that word that men's mental health is at an all-time
It
low.
is.
I scream
It
that
is.
from the
But you-
mountaintops
but you
because
have-
that's true.
It
Yeah.
is, but you have to consider that when you like say it like that, it almost like it teeters a line of being like, yeah, people don't respect men, and that's
Well,
And that's why they can't
and that's
get
why
girls.
exactly it teeters a line.
Right.
There's a way you can explain it, and you're right. Listen, men's mental health is at an all-time low. I'm incredibly depressed.
Ooh.
Like
Now
you're
we're
right.
really.
I don't know.
I'm
I don't
on
know if that
S-
makes
I'm
me
on
a
an
better friend or worse
SSRI.
friend that I just laughed at that he's been
That was your
He
gut
goes, I'm
reaction.
depressed, and I go, bah.
to be fair, I also laughed, and I was like, at that moment, I was like, that felt kind of shitty.
Yeah, I'm on an SSRI, nothing crazy, a little 5 milligram.
Oh,
Start my
it's like,
day.
what is that?
And I don't know if you've heard, Mike. I know you've probably heard because you work in pharmacy, you follow RFK's teachings, but RFK actually wants to put people who are on Adderall in like prison style camps
Ooh, why?
to work out. I don't know. I just saw the. I'm gonna pull up the quote. Let me get the context here.
Yep.
Yeah, I never
It's
heard this.
Make sure we're
I'm sure
accurate.
you haven't.
I haven't.
This is what you started, by the way.
Were we supposed to start with something else?
No. We started with this.
Yeah.
RFK SSRI. I'll Google that quick. Let's see. Oh, they're all the these are the conspiracies. I was gonna say like, oh, they're all like this is fake news. I read something wrong. It's like, no, here are all the conspiracies that RFK Jr. promotes. Great. All right. RFK.
This is a depressing start.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you
Yeah.
want to talk about, men's
Yeah, you
mental
wanna
health,
talk-
man.
No, I don't want to talk about RFK. I want to talk about acknowledging men's mental health.
Oh, see, he's backing himself into a corner because
Yeah.
then he has to deny his support of RFK.
Yeah, I know.
Mm.
I'm going to create these wellness farms where they can go and get off illegal drugs, off opiates, but also other illegal drugs, other psychedelic drugs, if they want to get off of SSRIs, to get off benzos, to get off Adderall, and spend as much time as they need, 3 or 4 years if they need it, to get reparented, to reconnect with their communities.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
With all of that in place, no financial impact to you as
Yeah.
a civilian.
I get to go to a little prison camp for 4 years.
Right.
Get to relearn how to be a person without depression. All thanks to
But also,
wow,
but
the
also
man,
at
the
the
man who
same
wants
time,
to bring up men's mental health is laughing at my depression. Do you see
this
this?
is crazy. But also at the same time, welfare shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. Let's see how that lines up.
yeah.
What are your thoughts on this?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
That's fitting
You
with
wanted
that
to be
jersey.
here. And you
I
wanted
did,
To talk,
I
you
did,
wanted
but
to
we
talk
were
about
supposed-
men's mental health.
We were supposed to talk about where did we leave off on the last one?
We should have a deflection counter.
Yeah.
up on the screen.
Someone in the chat, write that up.
Yeah.
Someone keep count, because I think we're at least at like 40
Yeah.
from
there's
the
been
4
a lot.
episodes that we've done. 3.5, I guess, because this isn't a full episode yet.
10 per.
Yeah.
Nobody can answer me what we left off on last one that we were supposed to pick up on this one.
Ding.
Yep. Another
Next
one.
one.
That's another.
What? All right. Let's appease. What did we leave off on the last one? We said we were going to talk about it in the next
Oh,
one.
his drive up to Montreal that one
Oh.
time. Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's not that good of a story to start, is it?
See,
You,
When you
you
started
purposely
off like that.
deflected. You
Yeah.
purposely deflected to get us to this point, and now you don't even want to do the fucking
yeah,
point.
I don't understand.
We're giving you fucking smooth ass transitions here to your stories.
And you're just putting hard
Yeah.
stops
Yeah.
on all of them.
Our segues, listen, man, this is like a smooth double play.
Right.
I'm throwing the ball very easily to you.
Yep.
All you have to do is touch the bag and throw to first.
I'm standing there at first base
Yeah.
with my hand out.
Yeah, and instead you're throwing the ball into the dugout.
Yeah.
You're hitting the umpire with this throw to first here. You ever see that video?
Wait, what? Say that again?
It's like a guy lines out to short, and the shortstop like does like a jump throw, like jump spin throw. Like it was like a ball that was left, and he had to like recalibrate.
Yep.
And he whips it over to first, and it hits the umpire in the face instead,
Oh,
instead
no.
of getting to the first baseman.
Honestly,
It's like 10 feet to the left or 10 feet to the right, drills the ump in the fucking jaw.
how many people do you think in that stadium were genuinely concerned about that umpire?
Oh, gotta be at least like 2, right?
I was going
Say
12.
a strong 2.
Yeah.
That umpire took that ball for all the bad calls.
Yeah.
Is that Angel Hernandez?
I wish. God,
Yeah.
that would be great.
Did he retire?
He did.
Thank God.
I think so. I'm pretty sure he did. I hope. I don't know.
I think it was kind of an early retirement, quote.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, he tried to sue the league for racism because they wouldn't let him ump a World Series game, and they were like, "Angel, statistically, you've been one of the worst umps this year. Like, we have the facts to back it up." Like,
Right.
the MLB, I don't think keeps track of it, but people on Twitter do. There's like a Twitter page that's like ump scores card where it like shows like, oh yeah, all of these balls.
all
out
the
of
calls they
box.
made right, all the calls they missed. and
Yeah,
everything.
this is what your strike zone looks like according to the way you were calling the balls and strikes. You gave X amount of runs to the other team or whatever. And like that's all available for like the MLB to see. I'm sure they do their own statistics.
Yeah, they
but,
have
like,
to.
But
Rep-
Twitter's doing this and
But-
giving these guys scorecards.
It's not like a gray area thing, right? Like a questionable play on the field or anything like that in football or basketball. Like there's a clear strike zone.
Yeah.
Either you're calling them when they're in the strike zone or you're not.
Yeah.
So for anybody to make that argument, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you're
Yeah.
digging yourself a hole.
And same thing with like getting to first base. You either get there before the throw does or you don't.
Right.
It's
Or
not that subjective.
let's slow it down. 'Cause
Yeah.
we can tell you.
We can go
right
frame
now.
by frame.
Right.
So it's again, it's like I understand what Angel is saying, and you know, I wouldn't be shocked if there's some underlying racism or whatever, as in
As
feel like
there
there's
is
any
most-
in most institutions, but nah, man, you just sucked at your job.
hate to break it to you.
Yeah,
God, I love it. I'll tell you a story about sucking at your job. Remember the Vic, don't even go there.
Pause there.
yeah. Are we
Everybody,
going back to the
let's-
strip club in Montreal?
Well,
or-
I was gonna say, everybody think about what could be next.
yeah,
No, it was about, remember that screenshot I showed you guys? I sent to you guys about my bad pastry that I had?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
like went Karen mode on this, man.
You
That's
really did.
crazy.
So there's
You're too young to do that. I got to be honest with you.
I am, but I
The
have,
hairline's still pretty forward. You
Yeah.
don't got to wear a hat like me or Austin.
I
You
know.
shouldn't be writing on Facebook forums like that.
you don't need to wear a hat though.
Debatable.
I don't think he does either, but
Vic was not wearing a hat until he started setting up, and then he put a hat on.
Because I looked at, like, I'd been moving around and like saying bye to people because there was a bunch of people over the house and like setting all the equipment up, and my hair started to frizz a little bit. So like it started getting really curly on this side, and I was like, that looks like shit. I'm gonna put a hat on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not agreeing with it because I haven't seen it, but
I don't think it looks bad.
It didn't look that bad, but I was like, I'm gonna be on camera. I might as well just hide it. If we were just doing this,
I mean, I know that feeling. I also just don't want to deal with my hair, so I throw a hat on.
I don't know if I look good in hats. I never really tried it.
I don't think I've ever seen you in anything.
You wear
but
a beanie, yeah.
Yeah, I wear beanies, but
That's,
that's
in the winter.
rare.
You don't wear that for like fun.
Yeah, that's pretty rare. I don't know. I never did hats. I never got into them.
Yeah.
When I landscaped, I did, but I never did it the
Well,
front.
You're outside.
I did it in the back.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't like
you
that.
don't. You also don't have the same, like, Vic and I. Hate to say it, we got big noggins. You
Yeah.
know? So
You think I don't?
no, you don't have a big head.
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, you got other problems, but you don't got a
That's
big
it.
head.
There's a lot of problems.
Oh man, you can't do that. You can't steal that from me. I
What?
make a joke and you're like,
Yeah,
I
you're
got
right.
a lot of
Yeah,
problems.
you're right.
Makes me feel bad.
You just laughed at his depression.
But so did you.
Yeah, but so did
yeah,
you.
no,
so
I
you
did.
like-
I did start that. I did start doing that. There you go. See, he's doing it right now.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at you. I'm not laughing at him.
Bastards.
All right, so tell us about the fucked up pastry you ate.
Yeah.
It looked gnarly. I'll say that.
It was moldy
Yeah.
as shit.
Yeah.
So here's the story, and then I'll tell the backstory to it, because the backstory is the good story,
Okay.
and it involves a place that the three of us love dearly.
Okay.
So the backstory is a good story that involves a place that we love dearly. So I'll tell the front story. So I went to this bakery, and what are we laughing about?
Is the front story a
It's not
term?
It's a podcast. Who gives a shit if it's a term or not? You think people care?
It's not, but that's why we laughed. All right, we weren't.
That's
If you didn't bring it up, no one would have known that Austin and I shared a moment and laughed.
That's
at
right.
You saying front story.
And they caught it on camera too.
Yeah, but the audio medium, no one would have known. You had to bring it up. All right, tell your front story. Go
Also,
ahead.
the audio medium, all about words. So if we're not calling you out on it,
Yeah.
But isn't it a good thing that I brought it up so everybody now knows that you guys had a moment about that?
No, I mean
No.
that.
and
You
don't
don't have
lie
to
like
do
you
that.
brought it up for the audience.
No, I'm not saying I brought it
Yeah.
up for the audience. I'm saying, but now everybody knows that you had a little moment
Yeah,
about
but
it.
now it's manufactured. Now people know. We can't have that
Yeah,
anymore.
we can't have that.
Remember when we were just supposed to come on and just do what we usually do?
Do what we usually do. We've done this
you've-
twice.
No, I'm just saying we're
talking
supposed to talk like we would without microphones.
That's what we're doing.
That's what
And
we're
now
doing.
I'm just getting
I
ridiculed.
want you to know that if the mics weren't here, it would be a lot worse towards you right now.
It really would be. Talk about getting canceled.
Yeah.
Say
We'd
it's
be
a
saying
crazy thing.
slurs,
So many.
like we always do.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Wow.
So hold on. Continue with your moldy pastry story.
go back to your
Yeah,
front story.
say it with a
man.
straight face and then I'll keep going, asshole.
Moldy pastry story.
All right, let's get through the front story.
We're gonna make this a thing.
All right, so bakery in the next town over from my apartment. I went over there.
Say the name of the place.
No,
Dox them.
What do you mean?
No.
You went on
You
Facebook.
went on
No.
Facebook to post about
no,
them.
because I got to tell the whole story first, and you'll understand why.
Okay.
All right.
I'll tell the whole story so you understand why. I went there. This is the only bakery that I have found. Obviously, in the Waterbury area, there's a lot more, but where I live, this is the only bakery that I found that has pasta chots, which you guys know I love those.
Mhm.
Okay,
But
this
tell
is
everybody else what that is.
pasta chot. They call it ricotta pie. I don't like calling it ricotta pie, but it's essentially kind of like this crown shape pastry, and inside you either put vanilla or ricotta. And I like the vanilla, but I never remember which one I like, so I always get both. I never remember
All right,
every
that's
time.
Fair enough.
Good solution.
That sounds like something.
So I
would
just
do.
get 2 of each, and they're still great. I love them both. I like the vanilla one better.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the bakery. I got 2 vanilla, 2 ricotta, and then I did the rest of my day, whatever. So I cut one open in the evening. So I cut one open in half, moldy in the inside. It was the vanilla. And I was like, oh, man. So I was like, well, I'll just cut another one open. I cut the second vanilla, moldy again. 2 moldy ones. And I was like,
for two.
I was like, so I cut the ricotta. They were good. I really didn't want to eat them. after that. Like it just wasn't in the mood. Just not
I was
after
gonna
that.
say,
But did
oh,
you?
Cutting open 2 pastries that are moldy would automatically get me to throw out all 4.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even check the other because because like
I'm
Mike
not
just
eating any
yeah
of them.
yeah it's like you just ruined my day.
So the next day, that was on Saturday. So the next day, I had to come back in town. I had to do some things out and about. So one of my stops coming back into town at my place was to stop at the bakery. So I stopped at the bakery and I told the people there. It was Sunday. It was later, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and I told them. And I was like, hey, and I had pictures. So I showed them the pictures. I was like, look, the vanilla pasticciotti you guys have are really moldy. I'm here to tell you this, like they're bad, and I cut them open yesterday. And the person that I got just didn't seem like they cared. It was just very like, oh no, I'll make a note of it. No problem. Thank you so much for telling me. And wasn't working with me.
You weren't satisfied.
I was not satisfied because the first thing, we've all been in the restaurant industry. We've all been in the service industry. And the first thing I would do if somebody said that to me was like, let's take them out of the back. Let's check them all. Cut them open, check them all.
Probably
But
offer
you
a
want that-
refund or like a gift card.
Something like that.
Right. But you wanted that to happen in front of you?
Yeah.
Well, I was hoping that there would be some action instead of a, oh no, thanks for telling me.
Okay.
So I immediately recognized I was getting nowhere on this, and I was like, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done with them. I'm not going back to this and that.
Take it to the streets.
Yeah.
Right? So the next day, Alessandra asked me what was the update, and I told her nothing. And she basically was like, that's bullshit. She called. She told them, and she was like, they were moldy, this and that. And the person that she got was like, okay, my manager will be in today, and she'll either call you today, which is Monday, or tomorrow on Tuesday. And like, we'll call, we'll this and that. I never got a call on Monday, and I never got a call on Tuesday. So when that came, I asked Alessandra, I was like, they never called me. I don't know what to do, this and that. And I was like, I could be a jerk, and I could just go on. You know how every town has like a town forum,
Yeah.
a Facebook group. I was like, I could just join the town forum and blow them up. I said,
Or-
I'm not that kind of guy.
Or you could blow them up a different way. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Department of Homeland Security, we love you. God bless America.
Yeah.
So I decided to take that route, and I did it because it wasn't a thing of slander. It was because I just
It's a public
wanted
health
people to know.
Yeah, it's a public health announcement.
I just wanted people to know, So it's just like, hey, people, and it blew up. Like within 12 hours, I
Did
got
it really?
I got over 150 likes. I got comments. I got people like, did you call the health department? Did you this? Did you
Yeah.
that? It gets better.
People love to have that sort of like, I don't know what it is, and I'm sure this is not what you were thinking, but I think people do love to have that sort of power of like, yeah, I'm sticking it to this business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ruin this business, and that will make my day better.
And that's not me, right? Like I would rather.
Well, hold on. That was you.
You still did it.
That was
I
you.
still did it. I still made the
did-
decision to do it.
Did you call the health department?
I did not call the health department. So
That's fair.
I put it up. Wednesday I had to be on site at work, and I was in Stanford, and we had a call at 11. And 10:55, don't you know my phone is blowing up from that bakery. They called me. And so I ignored them twice because I had a call at 11. She called me a third time, so I picked up. And so it was the manager of that bakery, and she was telling me, hi, like, I just got this note today, which is total bullshit.
Yeah.
She was like, I'll tell you the whole thing she said first, but she was like, I just got this note today. I want to let you know. I'm so sorry. We went through, we checked all those pastries. We checked our process. It could have been, we think it's a rotation problem, and we checked the cream, and it could have been a bad batch. So we threw that out for and telling me this whole thing that she did.
Yeah.
And so she goes through this whole extensive thing of how they checked. And I told the lady straight up, I was like, thank you. I appreciate you telling me. I said, but I'm not here for the explanation. How you guys handle that is how you guys want to handle that. I said, I'm here to tell you because I'm that type of person. I'd rather this happen to me so I could tell you this happened than you get some scumbag that comes in guns blazing and calls the health department or whatever the case or starts making a scene at your place.
Hold on. You don't think that you made a scene?
Yeah, you put that on Facebook.
You put that on Facebook.
Well, here's the thing. I do think that if Mike didn't put it on Facebook, they just would have ignored it.
I agree with
Yeah,
you.
I
I agree with you.
This is so 100%, and here's why. So she tells me, she goes, I want to make this right or this and that. She goes, I want to send you a gift certificate. Can you give me your address? Which I'll never use. This should be like, I'm not using it, you know?
Right.
So she's like, I'll send you a gift certificate. Can you give me your
She's
address?
gonna mail you
But-
the mold.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what
opens
you're
it-
getting in the mail. Dude.
She opens it up and says, "Fuck you."
It's anthrax. You're fucking dead.
They spray some asbestos from their ceiling, put it in the container.
Yeah, probably. I'm never gonna.
Did you
use it.
get the certificate?
I didn't get it yet. So
That shit's never.
Yeah, this is Mike's last appearance on the podcast, guys. Say goodbye.
Yeah.
Yep.
just know if you're ever at a fundraiser and that gift certificate is in there, it's because I put that shit in there because I ain't using it. You can use it if you want. I'm not using it. I wish people were still doing stags. I wish wedding season wasn't over. I'd use it for a stag. I swear to God, because I'm not gonna use it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna use it.
Austin Stag in 2 years. Oh, guys, here's a gift certificate.
Hey guys,
this
I need you
Everybody wants
guys.
some moldy pastries.
So she asked me for my name and I gave it to her. And she goes, we were trying to figure out if this happened more than once or if this was an isolated incident. And she goes, and you're the same name that was used on a post on Facebook.
Yeah.
So they saw it. Now, when I was on the phone call with her while we were talking about it, because it got rectified, I deleted the post
Yeah.
Okay.
because I thought that it was sufficient how we rectified this, you know?
Yeah.
So I told her, I was like, yes, that is me. And yes, that is true. I put that. I said, here's the reasons why I put that. I said, but since we've been on this phone, that's been deleted. If you go now and look, it's not there. And she goes, oh, I appreciate it. She goes, but a vast amount of people saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Exactly.
And so I didn't answer her like on that end, but I just told her that when I went on Sunday, I didn't feel like they sufficiently did what they could do to try to rectify it. And so I deleted this and that, and that was done. So I thought this was over. They called me. They're going to send me a gift card. It's done. That night, I get tagged on Facebook from somebody I don't know. And it's on that town forum. Somebody put a post on there and said, what happened to that bakery post?
Ooh.
They deleted it. And somebody in that forum tagged me and says, where's your post? And so 3 people screenshotted it and put it in the comments. And then the comments were going nuts because they were doing censorship in America. The admins took it down because they hate free speech, to a point where an admin commented and goes, I checked with the other admins. None of us took it down. So the original author had to take it down, and it wasn't good enough. They were still going like, this is what's the problem with America. And that post is still like, I could pull up that post right now and show you guys those comments because it goes hard. There's like 45 comments on there on a post that doesn't exist anymore. That was hard in the paint. So I know what I signed up for by putting that on Facebook. I understand that. And I know that it got equally rectified. So I wasn't here to slander, which is why I took it down. But if these people do what they want with it now, that's not my problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't control what happens after.
Man.
Sure.
But let me tell you, so the backstory is the good one, because this is how powerful. We talked about this on I think the first episode where we talked about deleting social media and all this. The power of social media is immense. Because a couple years ago, I went to our favorite ice cream place, which is, what is it?
Ben and Jerry's in New Haven.
No.
I know, it's the
No.
Our
Big Dipper.
favorite
It's
ice
the
cream
Big
place.
Dipper.
Big
Yeah.
Dipper in Prospect. Okay. I went a couple years ago to Big Dipper in Prospect with my cousin Luigi. And we were there. And you know, the people that are working there are like fresh out of high school or high school seniors just trying to, or like college freshmen
Yeah.
or whatever. Okay. So they're just trying to work and make some money and make tips. And these customers, it was a busy day. They were so rude. You know, you're screwing up the ice cream. Of course, it's like 60-year-olds. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
screwing up the ice cream.
You're screwing up the ice cream. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to, like, really get into these people. And so Luigi and I were just like, oh my God, people are just rude. You know, like, you know, they're just scooping fucking ice cream.
Also, they're like 14 years old.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
kids, man. Come on.
so. Luigi and I decided that we were going to join the Prospect Town page, and we were going to say, positive things about the Big Dipper. So he went on there and was like, I just went to Big Dipper and it's really crazy how rude people are to our customers are rude to employees. We should all practice kindness. So I commented and I was like, oh my God, I was there. Like these kids had to be no older than 17. Like we need to do so. All need to go to Big Dipper to support and this and that. Dude, the Big Dipper commented on my comment and was like, we strive to have the best employees and we're grateful for our town and the community and stuff. But that was a positive effect. We did good things for the Big Dipper in Prospect, Connecticut that day.
Mike, I don't know whether to commend you for making a difference in your town.
Stop right there. I think you should.
No. Keep going.
But most of me is trying really hard not to rag on you for being a 60 to 70-year-old man.
Yeah, man. That's
You are way beyond your years in terms of how you like to handle situations.
Listen,
with businesses.
soon I'm going to subscribe to the newspaper and get it delivered every day to my house. Get ready.
Jesus
You don't already?
Christ.
You don't already?
I should. But
Listen,
but
the way you handled the first one, hey man, that's better than I would have handled it. I probably
Yeah.
just would have said fuck it and cut my losses, just thrown all the pastries out, just never gone again.
Yeah.
But you know, you did the right thing. You talked about it. You took it down when you had to. You know,
But I have
you
to say,
did cause a little bit of a First Amendment uproar.
right? Are you proud that you contributed to disinformation in this country?
Yeah. How do you feel about
How do you
being?
feel about that?
Yeah.
well, I'll
Are you
say
gonna start using X more? You know, the free speech platform.
That's right.
I just think big government's stepping in the way, really, you know.
Right.
I think people should just have the freedom of speech.
Leave it to the people.
Leave it to that's right.
And
Yeah.
the town moderators have to stop
Yeah.
being so woke
Which is why
when you try to cancel bakeries.
this is why
right.
the Department of Government Deficiency is going to help that.
Department. It's
Is
efficiency.
Yes,
efficiency.
yeah.
Well, essentially, aren't they
Department
doing
of Government Deficiency.
aren't they doing a little of both?
I mean, it is.
the busiest department in the entire government is
Yeah.
the Department of Deficiency. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
No, that's
You know, hey, you know, I commend you on that.
Yeah, I mean, good on you, but also as your friend, kind of rough, dude.
okay. But will you or will you not now stop at the Big Dipper sometime this week? After I said that,
I'm not going to.
do they close for the winter or they open all year round?
I thought they
they-
did.
I think they're open all year round. I'll check.
Really?
I thought they were open all year round.
Don't get me wrong. At some point, I will go back to the Big Dipper.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
just
you
not
now
going
more
now
than
'cause I
ever.
don't-
You're down the street.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't feel like driving over there, to be honest.
I have to go to a wedding on Saturday at Aria. I think I'm gonna stop at Big Dipper beforehand.
Should.
Nice.
I mean, if you don't at this point, then what are you really
Yeah,
doing?
and you have to remind them that you are the one that was spreading positivity, and you would like to be compensated for that.
Right.
No, I'm not here for free ice cream. I'm here to do the Lord's work.
I want a case study to be done on the average age of people that commented on your post.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's 55 and up.
I was going to say
Minimum.
pretty much the same thing.
We could do
Yeah.
that research live right now. That's
Go
the
ahead.
beauty of
Yeah,
it.
Does
go
you have
ahead.
the census data?
I
go,
could get it.
Go tap into every single comment and see what those people look like.
I
And
t-
we'll-
All,
and we'll-
all 12 comments that
Yeah.
were on that.
Which one?
the second one where they're like, oh,
Big
free,
Dipper?
free speech is being censored.
Oh, that one.
yeah.
yeah.
I could tell
'Cause
they
I
probably all
guarantee
look
you it's-
similar. They probably all got
They're
the,
gonna all
Whoa,
look
whoa,
similar.
whoa, whoa.
No, I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to say it. They're gonna all look similar, and they're gonna be the same age.
Yeah. I mean, if you know the demographics of Woken, Connecticut, you know that.
Yeah, you know the demographics of where Mike lives now.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
It wasn't in Wolcott though. It wasn't
I know
in
it
this
wasn't-
area.
I'm protecting where you live, man.
Yeah.
I'm not doxing you here.
And it wasn't in my town either that I currently live in.
Yes, the town over, which is
Right.
not basically the same town you
We're
live
all
in.
talking about the same area
Yeah.
of Connecticut.
You know, all right, I'm gonna cut this mainly because
Stop saying that because when you do, it comes
say
out with
some-
the best stuff.
yeah, I know. Well, the reason why I'm gonna cut this is because it's just outright mean to Mike. This is not like a
Thank,
Oh,
you know what? Thank you.
Maybe
Thank
we'll-
you for understanding.
I don't
That's
know.
2 times now.
maybe we'll just bleep the names.
Yeah, bleep the names.
I was
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Just like
he was
Mike-
sitting in the cut chair.
Mike immediately goes to the Facebook chat and he's like, It's like typing something up about.
Something incredibly racist.
Yeah, exactly.
We're cutting that out, right? We're gonna cut that out, right? I'm not trying to get fired.
You're not gonna get fired. You don't work at this place anymore.
Yeah. and
So
we're-
I
and we're
found
bleeping
it.
the names.
Yeah, so I found no. We're gonna
Wait.
we're gonna cut through. We're gonna cut through quite a bit of that. sucker.
Flashback. To,
If we had to cut through his story in the last episode,
yeah.
I should at least have a say in,
Which
my
You
own
don't have a
life.
say in anything. This is not your podcast.
By the way, for context for everybody, from the first time that we talked about bleeping something out, and Victor said no for legal reasons, we have to cut that out. All of that, way less. Not as bad as what we were just talking about whatsoever. So if
he's just trying to cover for
Just
everyone.
just my dignity and
No, okay,
humanity
yeah,
of it.
I get it. It did
well,
sound
we
bad.
don't want to preserve that.
It wasn't. Yeah, I don't care about that, man.
So, 4 days ago, this guy said censorship. No way. Admin probably took it down. As much as I don't condone bad mouthing any businesses, sometimes it's justified after a failure in trying to resolve it between the parties. Admin should consider the value of free speech. And yeah, my purchase there was a week ago was disappointing. 2 out of 2 items were stale and subpar. And then, so the admin goes, I have checked with other administrators. None of us took down the post. The only person that could have took it down was the original author.
Did you comment on the thread, being like, "Hey guys, I took the post down"?
So I was thinking about it because I was like,
you didn't
You could
say
have caught,
anything.
bro. Wow.
But that's what I'm saying. He contributed to disinformation.
no,
Yes.
no.
Bro,
the
yo,
information
you
was
let
true.
the-
The
bro, you
information
let
was
the-
true. What
you
happened?
you let the admins take the hit for.
It was
Go
too
back.
late.
How many people commented later and said, "Thank God we got RFK coming in to solve
Yeah.
this shit"?
Yeah.
I'm
Elon
not-
Musk will remove this wokeness.
That's
That
right.
These woke
I
admins.
did not contribute
Yep.
to disinformation.
Yes, you
the
did.
information was true. However, by
You
the
didn't clarify,
time
though.
I would have attended to it, it was too late. They took it upon themselves. Sometimes people die in hell in a handbasket, right? It's their fault if they want to take it this route. I can't do anything about that.
That's the
You could have been like, "Hey guys, original poster here. I took the post down. We saw me in the bakery. We hashed it out. We dapped up. Everything's cool. Don't go there."
And do you think
But-
it would have, I mean, it's hypothetical. Do you think that actually would have stopped everything, or do you
Yes.
think they just would have kept going? Because I think
They wouldn't have.
It-
Well, they wouldn't have kept going. Like, listen, the damage, sure, was already done. Like all those people posting that, being like, "Oh, the admins are suppressing free speech and being bakery loyalists or whatever." Yeah, sure, that would have kept happening. But you going in there and being like, "Hey guys, original poster, we've solved it. Like we talked it out. That's why I deleted my post."
I still can. I have the power to still do it.
I mean, are they still comment at this? At this point, it's probably too late.
But at the end of the
damage
day,
has already been done.
But at the end of
Yeah.
the day, if me attending to it 4 hours later, the damage was already
We're
done. These
talking
people are
4
hot on the take.
hours?
4 hours.
Yeah,
You know, the
you could still
parallels-
you could have said I was thinking like, okay, you waited like 2 days and be like, oh, maybe I should 4 hours. You could have said something, because then not only that, but then you make everyone else look dumb.
I could still make them look dumb.
No, how long has it been?
4 days.
Yeah, too late.
Nonsense comment, but the parallels between this argument and insurrection defense arguments,
Yeah,
so close
Pretty
right
in
now.
Why are you doing this to me? I mean,
right now.
what is
pretty in line, man.
Pretty in line. Sounds like somebody got their talking points from a, conservative social site,
Facebook.com.
Facebook.com.
That's right.
Big
what other
Matt?
what other groups do you comment on?
Yeah. What other groups are you in?
Facebook groups? I don't know. I don't.
Hmm.
I don't comment
You
in them.
follow,
For-
you
for-
know.
For a pretty avid Facebooker, you
Yeah.
don't know that off the top of your head?
Yeah. You're like a top fan of like the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think aren't you a top fan of the Pittsburgh Penguins?
Yeah, I
You're-
am because
you're
I
top-
used to comment. Remember when I used to
Yeah.
comment when they were trash?
I mean, there still are, but
Yeah,
yes.
no, they're still pretty trash. But that was funny. That
Yeah.
was funny. They were trashed. People wanted to hear that,
Yeah.
and that's how I became a top
He was telling
fan.
the players to go back to their countries.
no,
Yikes.
no,
Yikes.
no, never.
Listen, guys, like we said, you can make your own decision on this one.
Yeah.
We don't really have to pull teeth here.
Yeah. It's a real yinzer there.
Yinzer?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a term for people who
yes.
live in the Pittsburgh area.
Oh,
Yes, but you
yeah,
could
I
be a
didn't know that.
yinzer and also not tell people to go back to their country, which I never did. So I'm not really sure how this lines up.
The way you're talking about this, I don't know. Hole's getting deeper, Mike. Hole's getting deeper.
Just hearing Mike say that sentence is fucking hilarious.
You know, I wanted to come on and talk about a wholesome topic about men's mental health.
Here we fucking go
Here we go.
again.
See, that just means it doesn't matter. Your
What?
response
Man, you
is to that.
already laughed at my depression, man. Come on. Stop parading
can't-
around as if you're some fucking
Advocate.
yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Ugh.
Yeah, man, you got to get off Facebook.
Any other social media?
Yeah.
I did email. I told you guys. Oh, we talked about that on the first podcast. I did email a state representative and tell them they're wrong.
Yeah, man, that's some old man shit. Again, here we are. That's some real old man shit.
But you guys would agree with that one with me because it was a Republican.
No, I still think that's
No.
old man shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you believe that somebody was saying something wrong, you wouldn't speak out against it?
I would. I do it on this
Sure.
podcast all the time.
Yeah.
But I just don't. I'm not going to email them.
So
That
you're
seems like too
doing it
much
in more
effort.
of a millennial way. You're doing it
Yeah.
in more of a younger generation way. But we're doing the same thing, just in different formats.
I think we're
Yeah, that's why
saying
we're
that
calling you an old man.
we don't disagree with speaking up. I think that we're just saying the way you go about it is
Yeah.
very telling of your.
If you were to act your age, you would be making a TikTok.
Yeah.
And you would do it on a video platform and or a spoken platform like this, like you just did. But you like going to Facebook, man, that's a boomer move. You
But
writing emails to your congressman. Do you know how that fucking sounds?
Yeah. I tell you what, you know what you're evolving into? You're evolving into an old paisan.
Nah, that's a given.
You know,
Nah,
so
that's a given.
this is all tracking very well. Like
Yeah.
like an old, hometown paisan.
Listen, I'm gonna mow
all
my
upset with
lawn.
the local business.
I'm gonna mow my lawn in slacks and a button up soon.
Yeah.
Get ready. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna turn into an old paisan in more ways than one.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I kind of harken back to the Pittsburgh Penguins comments, if you know what I mean.
I didn't make that connection, but I
I did.
really wanted to.
No, it's all right. You know what we'll do? We'll start our own podcast, the three of us, and it'll just be me indoctrinating you to become a leftist.
Yeah.
You guys understand that I take things from the left and the right, right?
I don't know, man. Hey, you may very well, but
Yeah. So
you're
what
not
did
making
what
a
did you
case for it right now.
what did you take from the right from this election, Mike?
Why the right? Let's talk about the left. That's what you guys want to talk about. What do we got?
Fucking another deflection. Here we
Yeah, I
go
know,
again.
right? Like, what are we up to? 56?
It's all right. We'll have you reading Marx in no time.
You guys are something else. I can't believe I come back to keep doing this shit with you.
You wanted to do
What are you
this, man.
talking about?
You were
the
you
one.
were ecstatic.
Boys, I can't wait. I'm sitting here at work and I've got so many different
Yeah.
podcast topics.
I
in my
was.
head.
This is fun. We've been hanging out. Isn't this nice?
We have.
It is,
Nobody,
it's great.
nobody's saying
You know
we're
what's not nice? Fucking degrading me. Let's talk about that for a couple minutes, huh? Oh, nobody has an
No.
answer.
If
Nobody has an
anybody-
answer.
No. You know what the answer is? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, right.
You think I give a shit?
You
No.
want to know what
You
this
act
is?
like this is a fair medium where everybody
Yeah.
just gets their.
Do you want to know what this is doing to my mental health?
I don't
Oh
care,
my
frankly.
God.
See, I brought up a leftist topic, and you guys don't want to talk about it.
Leftist
Mike?
topic.
You're looking worse and worse right now, Mike.
Yeah, so that's some Kamala campaign type shit right there.
He's like, I brought up one of those pansy ass topics. You guys didn't like that?
Please, guys, come on. I'm like you. Really.
Mike makes a Facebook post about this podcast after today.
He already did. He made 2 Facebook posts trying to get people to listen, which is nice, by the way. Listen,
Hey.
that's a good thing.
If he did that though, it would probably get traction.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is. You should put this. You should be like, hey guys, I'm the original poster from the bakery incident, and I discussed the whole thing in depth on this podcast.
Right.
You guys should all listen to it. It's at X. Yeah, no, you just be like, it's like 20 minutes in. Don't even try and find it. Just listen to the whole episode first.
Yeah, and you
And
gotta
then-
put some catchy titles in
Yeah.
there.
How many minutes until it's considered a view or a listen?
I have no clue. It could be like 10 seconds, to be honest. I don't really know.
That's not a bad idea. Go on there and be like, "Hi, everybody. I explained the whole story on this episode of a podcast."
Yeah, but
I think immediately the boomers would be like, you should kill yourself. Now, if you were like, I did an interview with Tucker Carlson on X to discuss this bakery, fucking the views would be up.
through the roof.
Yeah.
Actually, if he did post it, he would probably get incredible support.
Yeah.
Be like, don't let those liberal fucks
Yeah.
bully you. You probably make out pretty good.
Yeah.
This isn't.
But
I
if
mean,
you do that, then we gotta cut back in the story that we were talking about before. Or is that already? That's still in
Which one?
the Montreal one.
Oh, no, that's a different episode.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
then they're gonna hear that.
No, they won't. It's a different episode. They'll hear only this one.
Yeah, but they might listen to the other one.
Yeah.
this
right.
all this benefits Victor. At the end of the day, this is his podcast. He can get some serious views out of this.
Yeah.
Serious views is like 11, man. That does trust me. We do not get
We could get
say
you.
that now.
listeners.
We get you 111. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, with Mike's reach,
Hey, listen, Mike's Reach got us over 20, which is nice.
there you go.
Is that one of the higher grossing ones? Or-
No, we really were getting like 50 or 60
Oh,
an
nice.
episode, like
Oh.
when we were really doing this like a couple years ago, and then we just stopped for various reasons that, you know.
Listen, you can always get back up there.
It's tough, but yeah. I mean, that's why we try and do the clip stuff, but even that doesn't translate to
Like actual listens.
yeah.
Have you been promoting it?
Honestly, no.
Yeah, I mean, I don't promote it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Then what's the point of making all the clips and stuff? I thought we were.
Because that, I mean,
They
I'm
get posted. That is promotion.
yeah, like it's going on TikTok and like YouTube and stuff like that, but like it doesn't track back to here.
Mm.
People like a lot of the stuff especially when I haven't been boosting it, as long as you're consistent on TikTok, I've noticed like a lot of the clips will get like 20 to 30 likes, you know, sometimes gets up to like 50-ish, which is nice, but then none of that translates to like actual follows or like people coming to the link, or coming to the show or whatever. Like it doesn't really roll. So
But that doesn't mean that you're not doing something right.
yeah, I think what we're doing is like the right method. It's just we haven't hit like the algorithm correctly yet.
Right. I think maybe Mike needs to take his pants off or something like that.
I think that would get less views and get canceled. So
I beg to differ. I feel like
we
it
should
would-
take. Go ahead. I'm sorry. We should take this where?
nothing. I'm just saying maybe your ass sells.
Yeah.
Maybe. You know what we could do is we could take this on the road and do like a road tour.
Interesting. Usually people have a lot more.
Yeah, I was gonna
a
say.
lot more followers.
Listen, when we get like 6 listens an episode and I can name 5 of the people, it's probably hard for us to go on the road.
Right. We could do a local show here and
Yeah.
promote it hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
That actually probably, like, Mike has a lot of friends that people would show up. Like, an actual live episode would probably not be that bad. I think Mike could get people to show up to that.
But, well, you guys too.
You think that people would want to show up to a live podcast episode and listen to us just chat it?
Well, I
If
mean,
we were funny, which I think this has been pretty funny.
I think we're pretty good. Yeah.
people
just-
do it now.
It's just hard. Okay, it's hard for me. Like, I'm sure it's easy when you listen to somebody else's podcast. You're like, absolutely, you're funny, right? Like, but it's hard for me to like think. Yeah, people would definitely come out.
Yeah, but listen to this. Yeah.
To listen to me talk.
Why not? What do we have that others don't have?
I don't know.
Like, aren't
know.
people doing similar things that we're doing?
Sure.
They're telling stories.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're ragging on each other. We're doing the same things.
Yeah, we're ragging on one specific person.
Right.
And that, you know,
and
usually
that and then
helps.
unfortunately might be our shtick. You
Yeah.
know?
Listen, I try to show Mike some Cumtown clips to warm up.
Come down.
Yeah, you've never heard of it?
I never heard of it.
We'll watch some clips after. But basically, one of their shticks was shitting on one of the members pretty hard.
Oh, okay.
And it worked for them.
That's what Bobby Lee and what's his name?
Andrew Santino.
Yeah, they just shit on each other
Yeah.
throughout the whole podcast.
Yeah, except it was more of two guys ganging up on one guy every single time.
Okay.
So
Listen,
kind of like this dynamic.
there's a future.
Yeah. Listen, like I said, we could start our own show.
What would you call it? Dirty Mike and the Boys?
No, absolutely not. I'm not giving Mike the credit like that.
Oh,
Call it the other guys.
the other guy.
We want to get sued.
No, because that's just like a phrase.
Yeah.
They didn't trademark the other guys. That'd be insane.
You know, that's a movie that
Also-
should have did it too.
Dirty Mike and the Boys would 100% be more copyrighted than
would.
the other guys.
It would.
That's true.
I mean, we would just have to change like one word.
Yeah.
That movie should have been. There should have been another guys too. They made two Daddy's Homes.
They were ready. I think they were going to. I mean, they had
That Derek Jeter.
Jeter at the end was like, "Here's your next case," and I was like, "Oh, sick! We're getting a sequel," and they just never did.
And then they did Daddy's Home,
Yeah.
and then did Daddy's Home 2.
Missed opportunity.
yeah,
Great movie.
I think that should be our next assignment. Is we should.
we should be.
Make it?
We should do Daddy's Home 3. That's right.
I want to work with Mel Gibson so bad. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh yeah, I forgot Mel Gibson's in that movie. He's Daddy, right?
He's daddy
He
number
is?
2.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
he's Will Smith or Will Ferrell's dad, right?
Just him.
Yeah, I think we should start calling Hollywood to ramp that up. I mean, in today's age, when they're rebooting everything, we should just reboot the other guys.
We could.
They
Yeah.
just did a Beverly Hills Cops 4.
Yeah. So
I mean, they'll reboot anything that's anything at this
Yeah.
point.
So I'll be David Ershon. You could be Eve Mendes' character.
Nice.
You would do a
She-
good job with that.
Sheila,
Yeah, you could be
Sheila.
Sheila.
you come to my house, you get my wife's name right.
That's not even Sheila, man.
No, I know.
You know, Austin could be
Austin could be the rich banker.
no, I'm David Ershon. I just said that.
Oh, that's who it was.
Mike, did you watch the movie?
I don't know these people by true names here.
It could be He could be Mark Wahlberg's character.
Yeah.
What we really need to do is reboot a Ryan Gosling movie and stick Austin in there.
Ah,
Why? Because I look like Ryan
Yeah,
Gosling.
you have a similar appearance.
the
Let's
nice
not
guys.
Fight this one.
The nice guys.
Yeah,
We could do
That's
that one.
with Russell Crowe.
yeah,
Yeah,
We can make that happen.
yeah. I could be Margaret Qualley's character in that.
yeah. Maybe La La Land. What do you think about that?
Listen, I've never danced officially, but
You're honorary
Give it a
Boricua.
shot.
You could salsa. We're not worried about that. What's he laughing about?
It's just fun to. I mean, sure, but like that's also kind of a crazy thing to say.
yeah.
Honorary.
He is honorary.
He's
It's been a-
dating.
It's never been officially stated.
Yeah, listen.
Nobody
if
has any
they're not
context for
saying
that.
it, Mike, I don't know if you can say it.
I know.
You should ask them though. Just be like,
But-
"Yo,
but
am
all-
I?
All that aside,
Do I pass? Am I swaggy?
Yeah,
am I
do you
swaggy
pass the
white boy
vibe
enough
check?
to be?
they would say absolutely not. I don't know where. I don't know where you got that from. Been to Puerto Rico twice. Have I danced with over half the people in the family? Absolutely. Well, to be determined.
So next time you see them, ask and be like, "Look, 1 to 10, how is the rating of my dancing?" And then we can judge off of there if you're considered honorary.
If I was to, let's say, reboot La La Land as Ryan Gosling, would you watch?
100%, I would watch.
No,
Would
no,
you
I'm
be?
saying I would say that to them.
Oh,
Field the board.
I mean, I hope so. They're essentially your family. I hope they would watch.
They would sooner rag on me.
Yeah, that's not gonna go well for them.
It's not gonna go.
Test this. Be like, hey guys, I'm thinking of as a side gig, being an extra in a Broadway play, and just see what happens.
I think that's worse.
It is worse. That's why I'm telling them to see what
Yeah.
happens.
You know what they would do? They would say, "That sounds like something a white person would do." Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Big yikes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you're honor. Well, okay, so yeah, Ryan Gosling. What other Ryan Gosling movies could Austin star in?
Drive, Blade Runner 2049,
I never seen him.
Notebook,
Love to do drive. Love to just recklessly
what is
drive
it?
a car.
Crazy Stupid Love, right? Yeah.
Yep.
It's hitting another him and Emma Stone joint.
Mm-hmm. You could do a good Steve Carell.
Me?
Yeah.
You think so?
Don't you think so?
Yeah.
Who would Vic be?
And
In that movie?
No, just as any. Like, okay, we pinned you as Ryan Gosling, but like, who would Victor be as like a Hollywood actor?
Simu Liu.
You know who I also think of is
Stephen Yen.
What's the guy from Ant-Man that was part of his robbery group?
Yeah, I can't remember. I think I could.
Don't know his name.
Yeah,
But I feel like you
picture
could
him.
fill that role really
Yeah.
well. Obviously not from an ethnicity standpoint.
Yeah, no,
I mean
but-
just from a humor standpoint.
Yeah.
I feel like you could.
And sort of an ethnic. I'm ambiguous enough.
Me too. I feel ambiguous.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Oh, okay. I've had this come up also. I've been told that I'm still not a New Yorker, nor will I ever be a New Yorker.
Yeah, man, you're not gonna win that fight with those people.
I don't think I will either.
Which, hold on, those people sounds bad. What I mean is, like,
everybody heard that.
everyone did hear that, but
Everybody
I'm gonna
heard
clarify. I'm gonna clarify. Like, being her family like grew up in New York, you're never gonna be seen as like a New Yorker to them.
But I feel one with the community.
I think this is where.
What?
This is where we're
Doing
I'm
what?
with the community. What did you do for the community?
Hey,
Yeah, at least Mike's putting out misinformation for the community. He's at least
Yeah,
doing
right.
something.
I didn't contribute on that level. I'll never be that one with the community. But I voted.
Oh, okay.
My license plate says New York.
Do you remember the first time I went to B's house?
Where we were sitting by the pool, like for that barbecue.
Yeah.
Okay, what happened?
We drove down together to B's house and her parents' house. Like, they all are very similarly built.
Yes.
And I remember us driving to B's. Have you ever been out there? And so they all look very similarly built, and
Yeah,
every,
it's like all brownstones, right?
essentially. So there's a house that has a car on cinder blocks on it, and I was like, "You remember this?"
Yes.
And I was like, and I just said casually, like, meant nothing by it. And I was like, wow, I was like, that looks pretty New York, like have a car up on cinder blocks, So he pulls up to like a couple houses down, and he was like, he's like, I have to park over here and we're gonna walk to B's house. And I was like, oh, which one's her? He's like, it's the car with the cinder blocks on it. And I was like, shit.
Nice.
But her whole family that day, great people.
He had to slip that one in there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think your brother was working on his car.
it was a Beamer, wasn't it?
Yeah, blue Beamer.
So
Yeah, I can
That was
understand.
the last time that Mike got to go to New York.
I'm not surprised. that tracks. Yeah, but I'm not surprised they don't call you a real New Yorker.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's fair.
I don't think I'll ever get there, unfortunately. Even 10 years down the road.
Well, I mean,
What
Maybe.
qualifies somebody as a New Yorker? You just have to live there. Like, you have to be born there.
no, I think you do have to live there for like a certain amount of years though, and then just like not have plans of like you know what I mean? Like you can't
feel
just be
like
like, oh, I'm gonna live here for like a couple years and then like dip.
I feel like
You know what I mean?
it's one of those things that you can get as close as you can, but you're not. You know what I'm saying?
you
Like-
won't be seen as a real New Yorker by like the people who are like born and bred there.
Right.
Like I wouldn't be considered a real Pittsburgher. Like I've been there all my life, but I could get as close as I want, but I'm not. I'll
Yeah,
never be
right.
one. You know
No
what I'm
matter
saying?
How many jerseys you wear
Yep.
Yeah,
and scarves you put on.
that's right.
I'm not gonna say it.
Vic got a real taste of Pittsburgh life there.
Yeah, it was fun, dude. I liked it.
It was good. It was good.
Oh, I
But-
thought that was going to go in a different direction.
He stopped it pretty fast. He was like, "Yeah, that's great."
No, it was a really good time. I just didn't get to spend. I didn't get to spend enough time in the city, and that was my fault.
We got to go. The three of us, we have to go.
I've never.
We'll
I don't
go.
think I've ever been.
We'll do like a 4-day weekend. We'll go there early on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll come back on Monday.
Visit the fam.
Yeah, well, the good thing is that like when I go, like we don't have to stay and hang out with my grandmother the whole time. She very much wants us to go out. Like as long as we start our day and end our day there, we do whatever we want. And she lives like 3 minutes away from Topgolf. Like 25
Yeah.
minutes into the city, like stuff like that. So as long as we are there at some point, she wants us to go out and do things. She's like, what are you going to do here? You know, so
Yeah.
we could very much enjoy ourselves and then just circle back when we're done.
Topgolf was a great time.
Yeah.
Great time. Did you see that they're like expanding? They're gonna do basketball now.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
They're building one in Rhode Island.
A Topgolf or the basketball?
I think they already
one?
have. It's
The
the
Topgolf.
Warwick one, I think,
Yeah.
right? Or like Kingstown.
Yeah,
It's like on the.
we've been there. Well, I have. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's good.
I don't know about the basketball one.
Yeah,
I can't imagine doing that, bro. I get too sweaty. That's crazy.
Well,
I can't imagine doing that either.
now they have the virtual screens. Like I know at the MGM in Springfield, you have like the
Oh, yeah.
Topgolf screen.
yeah, that's less
And
fun.
it's
I
like-
like watching the ball travel.
It's like golf, but it's also like hockey and soccer. Like it's all the
Okay, well,
virtual games.
You got me back there with hockey. That sounds fun.
Yeah. So it's it's not just the golf screen. You could do golf, hockey, soccer, like all these different sports. Dodgeball, I think, is one of them. Like they have now these virtual screen
that
sets.
sounds,
Kind of
that
an
sounds
odd
Something
stupid.
like that. They have a
You
bunch
lost
of them.
me again.
Yeah.
I was there and now I'm not.
I did it at MGM in Springfield. I thought they had it in Foxwoods too. I thought they had it at one of those casinos in Atlantic City when we went. Remember the glass one, the Ocean?
I thought they had top. Yeah, they had Top Golf at the top of one of the.
Oh, I thought
the
they had the
casinos.
screen. I thought they had the
No.
screen.
But
where
no,
where do we go in this conversation?
I have no clue. But no, we should go. We should do a little trip. I would love. I want to go to Puerto Rico next. Because it's so accessible with like the airports here in New Haven and stuff.
Would be awesome.
That I would love to do. Go and sit on the beach, have a cerveza.
I want to go to Cuba.
Have some sorullos.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You want to go to for
Little pincho.
yeah? Cuba sounds
I mean,
fun too.
they say Cuba's the most beautiful island in the Caribbean. Like, yes, I want to go to Puerto Rico. I want to experience it too. But Cuba's always
Some
been
fighting words.
Cuba's always been the
I
dream.
wouldn't say all that, but you know,
No hate to Cuba, but
yeah.
But we Americans can't go. So
I thought they
we
lifted
can't.
that.
I thought we could.
I didn't think so.
Oh,
I didn't think we could.
We're getting the cigars
I'll
now.
check. Yeah.
Hot take: Cuban cigars, not that great.
Yeah, but maybe. I don't know. The cigars to me, like, they're all the same. I hate to say that.
Remember in Atlantic City, you bought the longest Monte Cristo,
I did.
and I remember chain smoking it because we couldn't have it in the Uber, and I was so lightheaded, dude. I was drinking, I was chain smoking that Monte Cristo. I was out like a light.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I'll have a cigar, but for like, it's purely aesthetic,
Right.
right? Like, but if I'm having a cigar, I get lightheaded or nauseous. My clothes reek. Right?
Yeah.
It's like there's no upside to cigars for me other than just like I must look fucking sick right now smoking on this
remember
cigar.
this was like pre us being able to drink. We were still living at home. Remember we went to that place in Watertown, the cigar shop, and it was just like we were the youngest guys in there.
Yep.
And we stayed for like an hour, and then we came back, and my mom and like,
Next to
my mom-
Jameson Pub,
Yeah.
that big one. That's
And
a
my
nice
mom
place.
had like all her friends over, and we came back, and they're like, "Damn, you guys smell like shit, bro. That's awful." And I was like, "Yeah, you guys are right. That wasn't fun."
No.
But they did give us free Bacardi shots just because they were like, "Yeah, who gives a fuck if these kids are here?" Like,
Yeah. Well,
just smoke the short blondies. They'll get you by. They won't make you feel like shit. But
well, but the
Yeah.
problem is you go there and it's like you and the old regulars.
yeah.
it's 2 a.m.
you
and they're out
and
there
yeah, and you get
fucking
looked at
ripping it,
weird,
and
'cause-
you're like, "Can I get a short stogie, please?"
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
These
buddy, no
fucking
problem.
fucking kids.
Yeah, man. I get it. Like, you kind of need a place to like socialize and be with your boys and doing
Yeah.
like fun stuff like that. I just don't like cigar shops.
Yeah, no. The downsides are outweighing the upsides.
Yeah,
for the most
100%.
part.
Especially if you're not an avid smoker. Like we're not. How many cigars I smoke a year? 4. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah.
know enough. You know what I'm saying? Like I just smoke the one that doesn't taste bad.
Mm.
So it's like, but when you go to a cigar shop, it's like they judge you. Like they
Yeah,
watch
judge
what
you
you're
by
getting,
Your choice, yeah.
and if it's not a dark one, they judge you.
Do you ever have the? I feel like we had like the little cigarellos,
Oh yeah.
Cheyennes.
Yeah.
Cheyennes,
Yeah,
when we
had
were
those.
younger.
The vanilla ones were disgusting, dude.
You were all over those. Don't lie.
Dude, we were freshly 18. It was like
Bro, you were
the
getting-
hottest thing.
You were smoking packs a day. It was
You're like, yo,
crazy.
they got the cigarellos.
Yeah, you were chain smoking them. Disgusting.
He just wanted to be cool.
Yeah.
We've all
Don't
He
done
blame
wanted, he wanted to smoke cigs without smoking cigs.
And he did that.
That's what he did.
He did that.
Yeah.
You sold that hard, dude.
Yeah, that lasted what, 2 days?
No, I feel like it lasted a good amount of time.
Yeah.
What, 3 days?
I was gonna say a couple months.
No.
Yeah.
Mike, you were
You were a
degenerate,
fiend, bro.
I was not a degenerate.
Yeah, you were a fiend.
No, not true. Not true. But yeah, we should do it. We should take a trip. We should go to Pittsburgh, or we should go to Atlantic City again. I haven't been there in a while. That's a good time. I mean, Vic's down. There's casinos there, so I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, I mean,
You want to talk about Atlantic City?
Did we go to the pool party at Harris?
We did go to the pool party. That
We
was a good
did.
time.
Wasn't Fetty Wap playing?
Fetty Wap was
No,
playing,
no.
and oh,
Not the time I went. Like there was I think you guys went a different time.
No, the time we weren't we all there? We took a picture together.
It was
Somebody
just-
playing on the stage.
Nah, that was just a DJ. I don't think that was Fetty Wap.
no, Fetty Wap wasn't
was-
there. I went with Michelangelo. Michelangelo met Fetty Wap's uncle.
Oh, okay, that's a completely different thing.
Totally different. Also, how can you verify that?
Yeah.
No, that's true because this is true because you know Michelangelo's gig, like when he's in a casino, he disappears. So he did his classic, I'm going to use the bathroom,
Yep.
and there's a table next to the stage. So he went to go use the bathroom and sit at the table for 30 minutes.
Yep.
And then I found him and I was like, let's roll. And then he was like, oh yeah, I met Fetty Wap's uncle. And I was like, how did you meet Fetty Wap's uncle? And he was like, oh yeah, he was sitting next to me at the table. And the guy was like, oh yeah, the music's pretty good, right? And Michelangelo's like, yeah, I think it's Fetty Wap. I like, Michelangelo doesn't know that music. He's like, yeah, I think it's Fetty Wap. Like, it's pretty good. I know some of the songs. He's like, yeah, I'm his uncle. And there you go.
That could still be
Again,
just
that
some
could have
guy,
been
man.
anybody.
Yeah.
But what a great story to tell.
I guess, yeah. But it could have been anybody.
It could have been. Made it to this podcast though.
Yeah.
But what I was really saying with Atlantic City was the story that you wanted to tell about
Cheesy grits?
Cheesy Grits. And I would love if we had comments on this. I would love to hear everybody's opinion.
I think we're running out of time there, champ.
No. There's a lot that needs to be cut here, man.
This is the so
What
many.
happened to being genuine and authentic and leaving it all in?
Mike
You want me to leave it all in?
biggest,
What
The stuff, you want me to leave that in?
no.
Yeah, there
no,
we go.
no,
huh?
no,
Yeah.
cut that.
Mike is having the biggest power trip.
I know, man. This ain't even your podcast. Bro.
I'm not. I'm just.
Guys, I think it's about time we wrap this up.
I'm having fun
Yeah, this is
hanging
my
out with my
house, man.
friends.
Hey,
I'm
listen,
having
the
fun
doors don't
hanging out
open
with
until I tell them to open.
I'm having-
You're stuck here.
Yeah, that garage door is closed.
All right, well, give me a turkey sandwich upstairs while we do this because there's like 45 of them. All right.
Jesus Christ.
There's a lot of sandwiches if you guys want to go eat.
No,
before
hold
you
on.
guys-
I'm not stopping until
Well,
you mention this because I want it to be told.
We have two disparaging theories on how this happened. We went to that breakfast place. We were driving down to Atlantic City. We stopped in Hoboken or whatever for that
Oh,
breakfast place.
It was in Newark.
Yeah, Newark. And
This was in separate cars. We were all together.
well,
No,
we
we were
drove
separate-
separate.
no, we were
You
separate
were in
cars.
my car
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry.
with others, and I don't remember who else was in my car, truthfully. But you were in there.
Dan Neal was in there too.
Danny?
No.
Danny wasn't with that.
Not the time.
No?
I don't. Maybe I
No,
wasn't here. For
you're
the
thinking of
cheesy
the-
grits. Yeah, maybe I wasn't
No,
here.
you're
for
thinking
this.
of the time you and B went. Danny was there, Michelangelo, and we hopped in his truck. We
man.
hopped in Danny's truck.
My
I know what
mind
you're
is
talking about.
blurring all of these
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
I'm so traumatized.
So
that it-
we went to that breakfast place in Newark, which was a good breakfast place, and I haven't had grits in a while. So I ordered the grit. Why is that funny? Grits is good. So I ordered the grits.
Sure.
yeah.
Grits are great. So I ordered them, and I ordered cheesy grits,
Right.
and apparently
Why that's on the menu?
Yeah.
No idea.
Why is New Jersey a state? But anyways,
It was a Cracker Barrel that we went to?
No,
Or
it was
what
just a
it?
diner.
Just a regular diner?
Yeah.
no, we're not stepping foot in the Cracker Barrel. You know that.
Why?
It's not good.
I feel like.
It's probably all right. I haven't
Some
been to a
decent
Cracker
things.
Barrel in like 20 years, so I can't really judge.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
I ordered the cheesy grits, but my body didn't enjoy the cheesy grits.
Surprise, surprise.
So
Yeah.
pick up
Wow,
the
I
story
wonder
where we
why.
left off.
Where you left off, we left the restaurant. We got in the truck, and Mike decided that that was the time to like, I don't even know, detox is maybe the right word, but basically he just let it rip in that car as soon as we stepped in. No courtesy,
Jeez.
like
That's,
okay,
Yeah, that's fucked up.
like
man.
I
Come
feel
on.
like everybody knows this, right? If you're on a date and you ate something, your stomach didn't agree, right, with whatever it is that you ate. You don't want to be rude. You walk out to the car. Maybe you open the door, right?
Yeah.
And then on your walk around, you rip some farts, right? Like
Yeah.
you gotta depressurize. Mike, no courtesy whatsoever. In fact, he waited until we got in the car and closed the doors, and then he decided to rip ass,
No,
and it was the
not what happened.
most foul smell
Jesus, man.
that I've ever smelled
not what happened.
in my
Oh,
life.
no wonder why Austin rode back in my car on the way up.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I ripped it prior to getting in the car.
Didn't feel like it whatsoever.
That's crazy.
I did not.
If anything, he
Did
did
not
the rip.
seal us in.
He did the rip on like the door closing, and so he just like pushed it all into the car. You know what I mean?
No.
So there was no care in the world.
No.
Totally gassed all of us out.
That's
and
crazy.
To this day, if I see grits on a menu, close to gag, for sure. Because I can almost taste
You ruined grits for him, man.
that smell.
That's awful.
That's not how it happened. Not like he was going to order grits anyways, any place.
Well, who would?
Who would? Yeah.
Grits is great. You lived in
Cheesy.
Arkansas.
Cheesy grits.
Was grits, when you went out for breakfast in Arkansas, was there grits all over the menu? There had to have been.
If there was, my mind ignored it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Grits is a popular thing, and you just look past it.
Maybe. But at this point, what I'm assuming is that anybody that eats grits or specifically cheesy grits is doing harm to those that they're out with.
Yeah.
Well, again, it's a discrepancy in the story because I did not seal us into it. You know what I'm
Kind of
saying?
sounds like you sealed him
Kinda
into
so-
it.
Not kinda. Everybody got out of that car
Well, I mean, we had to get out of the car, yeah. But
because you hotboxed it.
what? So I was driving down the Garden State Turnpike, and y'all were getting out. I mean,
No,
what was?
we didn't make it that far, Mike. We were in the parking lot. You ripped ass. Everybody. I mean, you were getting ready to leave, and everybody's like, "Absolutely not! Get out of the car."
No, I did not seal us in.
You did, and then you decided to. Did you get it when you were with Alessandra? Some grits.
Yeah, I have.
God bless her.
I actually,
That's
I
what I
actually ordered. We were on the way to Canada. This was years ago, and I ordered it when we stopped in like Saratoga Springs or something like that, right before the Adirondack.
Maniac.
I ordered that halfway through
Jesus
because I haven't
That is-
had it
that is crazy
since we
work,
went.
bro.
And guess what? That what you're depicting happened did not happen.
What else could have happened? You
I-
agreed that you farted. You agreed that you closed the door to push it into the truck.
No,
What
that-
else could you
no,
be
I do
disputing?
not agree with that.
I do think that's like a legitimate war crime against the Geneva Convention.
I believe so
Like
too.
biological like warfare like that.
Yeah,
It is pretty fucked.
but we pulled out of that, didn't we?
The
if
Geneva
we
Convention? Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. So actually what Mike did was
if we
Right.
did-
It was
if
totally sanctioned.
we
Yeah.
didn't, we are again. So
yeah. Listen, we'll end it on this.
that's a terrible way to end it.
No. There's another topic I got
Yeah.
here.
Oh, okay. Well,
Speaking
listen,
of
boys, I
Mike's-
love you, but I gotta
Nah.
roll out soon.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You don't control when this
Yeah,
podcast
you don't- yeah.
ends.
Speaking of Mike's terrible food choices.
No, we're not gonna.
No, we're ending on this.
Mike, you want to talk about men's mental health?
Yeah.
We get to end on this.
Yeah. I will still never, and I mean ever,
I don't know where this is going.
forgive you for thinking that the McRib is worse than getting a lobster roll at Panera Bread.
Oh my god.
That is such an insane thing to
Okay.
say.
Yeah.
So-
this is,
Here we go. All seafood weekend in Maine. Stopped in New Hampshire, and the Panera Bread was serving lobster rolls. Listen,
first of all, not a thing.
Yeah. Second of all,
it was a thing. It was there.
all
no.
seafood weekend in Maine, you were in New Hampshire.
Yes, I understand. Yes, I
So you
understand
weren't in
that.
Maine yet. It didn't have
Yeah.
to be all seafood weekend.
Right. You
But it was. Look, we hound this every time we're together. Is it a good lobster roll? No, it is not a good lobster roll.
and you
but
knew that before you got it.
But I was willing to sacrifice it for the all seafood weekend.
Did you have seafood for breakfast before getting in the car and driving up to New Hampshire?
No, but that's
Then there
the
you go.
trip
It's already
doesn't
invalidated
start. The trip
immediately.
doesn't start until you get in the car.
I
I
disagree.
don't think so. Yeah.
Like if you're on if you go on the plane to the Philippines, if you go on the plane to Puerto Rico, if I go on the plane to Italy, am I gonna start eating, prosciutto and salami,
Yeah,
that
but
morning
If you're
before I go?
serious about
My
the trip,
vacation-
Does that count as the start of the trip? No,
Yes,
it counts when you're on deck to get
My
there.
vacation starts the second I punch out of work the night
Thank you.
before.
Thank you.
Yes, I understand that,
Thank
but
you.
that doesn't mean you start eating the cuisine
No,
of where you're
no,
going.
I'm eating rice and chicken with my hands, bro.
I think what we're
I
trying
have
to-
forks here, but I eat it with my hands because that's the Filipino way.
I think the point that we're trying to get across here is Mike uses the thin veil of like kitschy cool food trends to
Yeah.
eat disgusting things.
Yeah.
I think you secretly enjoy eating cheesy grits, lobster.
That's not a
rolls
secret. I like
from
cheesy
Panera.
grit. I
from
like
Panera,
grits.
Yeah.
from Panera.
I like
to
grits.
specify.
I did not eat the lobster roll from Panera. Was it going to be a good lobster roll? Absolutely not. We all know this.
So
but
why
it-
did you get it?
I
Where'd you get
didn't get it.
Yes, I thought you did.
You said you
No,
got it.
no, I didn't end
But
up
you-
getting it.
But hold on.
But I was prepared to.
you would
Wait,
have gotten that
so
lobster.
I
this
would
whole-
have. Yes.
This whole story was predicated on a lie. Then
Yeah,
No.
you said you got it.
no.
you did say it. We could pull up the text.
No, I didn't. Guys, I did not. I was
Okay, well
talked
now I
out
think you're a
of it.
lot less crazy. Which thank God.
I did
by
not
the way.
get it. I was talked
We-
out of it, but I was very persistent on it for the theme of all seafood
Yeah.
weekend, but I was talked out of it. So I
But
ended
see-
up getting the turkey bravo like we always get.
So
Okay, the mac and cheese, the you pick two.
That sounds 10 times better.
I think we still have a problem here because unchecked Mike still would have gotten it.
Exactly.
Unchecked, yes. Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
but you
that's why
realize-
you need to be checked.
You realize
That's why we're
how
shitting on you.
psychotic that sounds, right?
Yeah. Also, again, to say that it's better than the McRib, also wrong.
Right.
Which, by the way, boys, the McRib comes back to McDonald's on November 27th.
Let's go.
I saw a sign when I was going to pick up the food today. It was like McRib back November 27th. So 10 days.
10 days.
Yeah.
Think we can get a sponsorship from McDonald's within 10 days?
I
100%.
think so.
Get some free McRibs out of this?
Yeah. We could do you've had a McRib before, right?
Come on.
All right, just making sure because I was saying we could
The way
plan
you're-
another time.
Yeah.
Get a McRib, thing going.
We could do a mukbang.
Yeah. Where we could eat 20 McRibs.
Yeah. And we put
21
the microphones,
McRibs, 7 each.
Put the microphones right next
Yeah.
to our faces.
20 McRibs?
21, 7 each.
What is that a thing?
No.
No. The genre is, but
Yeah.
that specific number isn't.
Yikes.
But this shouldn't be a problem to you, right? Because you enjoy eating obscene amounts of disgusting food.
Grits is not disgusting. Grits is good.
Disgusting.
Grits is disgusting.
Have you ever had grits?
Hold on.
Yeah, they're nasty.
When's the last
They're
time you had grits?
flavorless. To add
That's
cheese,
why you put cheese in it.
that's disgusting too, man. I love cheese,
Putting
but fucking in
putting
grits,
cheese
bro?
in it makes it worse.
Yeah.
Have you had it?
Cheesy grits?
Have you had grits in
I
general?
had grits.
Have you had cheesy grits?
No, because I didn't like grits, so adding cheese to that.
Yeah, that doesn't
Okay,
nothing
well that
for
makes
me.
sense.
It does
See, it
nothing
made it
for
sound
me.
like you never had grits before.
No. I just make an active decision not to have something that repulsive.
Yeah. Yeah. It's breakfast, bro. Do you know how good breakfast food is? Why would I get something that sucks?
Mm-hmm.
But we're letting the McRib slide?
Because the McRib is good.
It's great.
So there we
Yeah.
go. So why is this an argument?
I'm not arguing. I'm just trying to find the line. So we're accepting the McRib.
I'll tell you what,
McRib is
seafood
good.
at Panera, definitely a line.
Yeah.
Again, it was not going to be great. It was never supposed to
the
be great,
fact
but
that
it was the
idea
theme.
popped into your
Yes.
head was like, oh, I should do this.
It wasn't about
and
boys.
You had to be roped out of it,
It
by your
was
girlfriend.
not. The decision was not about the quality of food. It was about the theme. The theme of all seafood
Mike, I
weekend.
guarantee you, if you had
Absolutely
that lobster
disgusting.
roll at Panera, it would have ruined the rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
Or
You
my
wouldn't-
body, either one.
Yes.
Well,
absolutely.
that we know you don't care about.
Yeah. Yeah. That's,
We're
that's
talking,
fair. Yeah.
We're talking about for the sake of Alessandra and anybody else that might have been with you on that trip.
Yeah.
Ruined.
I don't know.
Don't agree with that?
I don't know. I listen. I'm
I know,
a.
it's late. I gotta go to bed. Someone's coming to look at the basement tomorrow. We might get this thing remodeled.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We make it an upgraded studio.
New studio.
Yeah.
New studio.
No
coming
stew
soon.
stew. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta
It
go
is
home.
late.
But yeah. Thank you guys again.
Hey, thanks for
You know,
having
Happy
us.
to be here.
Yeah.
You know, we're always ready to come back.
Yeah.
If that's what the people want.
Yeah.
Mike, put your feelers out in the Facebook group. Chat
Yeah,
us
put
up.
it in put it in the town Facebook group, the
Yeah.
podcast. Not even just self promote. Just not even about the topic of the bakery. Just be like, hey guys, I was on this podcast. You guys should listen to it.
I think what we should do is next podcast we should get some Big Dipper ice cream.
I'm not going to turn down an opportunity to get a Big Dipper ice cream.
I think we should do the podcast at Big Dipper.
I'm not going to do that.
But I think you have to.
Do you understand how much of a bitch it is to set the equipment up here?
Yeah.
It's time consuming.
We could do it out of the trunk of the car.
Yeah.
Even that would be.
That'd be worse.
Tough.
Yeah.
Where you get power.
But I think you would have to agree that if you find anything wrong with the Big Dipper ice cream, part of the podcast would be writing a live review.
Yeah.
Of the business.
But there won't be anything wrong about the Big Dipper ice cream because it's fantastic.
It's a lot of faith.
Yeah.
You would agree. We would sit here and agree to that.
Yeah.
Could be moldy.
Could be.
Ice cream?
Yeah.
It's frozen. You can't grow mold if it's frozen.
Well, if it's been sitting out for a little bit, you can.
Yeah.
You get a little freezer burn,
If
but
it's a little too warm and then you refreeze it, it could have mold on it.
listen, Big Dipper won't do us wrong, boys.
All right, guys. Well,
What a topic to end on.
All right. See you guys next week.